Hello everyone, I'm High Treason and welcome back to The Long Drive. It's what, part 7 I think? Something like that. Where's that come from? That is... Ooh. Should I be bothered about that? Ah, we're in the shadow of that thing, jeez. I'm not touching the gas. Will it drive? No. Now I'm touching the gas. Tyres are still bad. But we do have more fuel, so we're getting there. It's not perfect. Nothing's perfect. Nobody's perfect. So this is something I see a lot of people have trouble with, is, you know, when they complain about, I can't find, like, a partner or this and that, and you can tell they're trying to find somebody perfect. And I think that is, I think you're wasting your time if you're doing that. You need to, like, sort of step back and think about it. Have a look in the mirror. Are you perfect? No. So... why should you expect someone else to be fucking perfect? Ain't gonna happen. You don't deserve somebody perfect, and if there is somebody perfect, they're gonna know that, because they're gonna be stuck up their own arse, aren't they? Most likely. So, no, nobody's perfect. You ain't gonna find someone perfect. Not gonna happen. And that's what makes people interested, is that they're just a little bit broken. Maybe that's just like me, because, you know, waste my time playing with like old electronics and shit that are all busted, so maybe it's addled my brain, so I prefer things that are like a little bit defective. I'm not being horrible neither, like in this. You're like, oh, he's been fucking horrible about people. For once, no. Like, quite often I am horrible about people. I don't think much of people, but thing is, I find it funny because I'm the antisocial dickhead, and yet, you know, from being in a lot of communities and stuff on the internet, I start to realise I'm not that antisocial compared to probably most people these days. Especially, obviously, I have to deal with people in real life as well, and it's like, no, I'm way more social than most people are, and I'm an antisocial prick, so I don't know when the standard got so low. I don't have any lights on. I should probably turn them on. Look at that nice green glow. Yes. We're doing 90 miles an hour. I mean, that's like, what, 150k an hour? I don't think it scales very well. 2, 3... we should stop there to look for gasoline, but I can't be bothered. Oh, there is a car there. Let's stop. Fuck it, let's do it. Okay, we're going to spin this way, then that's what we're going to do. Can't go too hard on the gas pedal because it wants to spin. The tyres are crap. Maybe we'll have some jizz spray and clean them up. Oh, that's a trailer. No, I'm not interested in that. In the slightest. There's no cleaning supplies, is there? I'm not seeing none. We have oil, we have gas. We do need more oil, really. Can't reach it from here. There you go, gold drinker. That's good, well done. What's that? Fuel thing. There's nothing in those before someone says something. We'll get all the pussy in this car, won't we? All the pussy. Just not any out in the desert, I guess. Well, maybe there is, we just haven't found it yet. No, I don't need lights, fuck it. Lights are for people who are puny. So I can't bloody see. I'm only taking this basket because it matches that one I already have. Do it the slackers were. Doof. Cagoule, cagoule, Lara, cagoule. Turn it off. Right, let's get out of here before anything goes wrong. Then mirrors. You see the wing mirrors on this car? Very rare. Don't lose those because you won't get them back. Let's find another car. I don't think those ever spawn on their own in the wild. Good God. Yeah, the tyres are definitely bad though. It's okay, because the more buildings we go by, the more likely it is the next one will be one that has cleaning supplies. I do want one of them diners. This car seems quite fitting with those, doesn't it? My fucking Plymouth Yank tank. Nothing won't fucking stop me now. With tiredness. Man, this car. It's a beautiful car. I miss my Golf, but this car is a beautiful car. I'd quite happily drive something like this in real life. Maybe with better wheels on it, but yeah, I don't think I'd want to drive on shit tyres. And I won't use shit tyres on a bicycle, so I don't want to put them on a car. Yeah, and this night seems to be lasting a long time. It seems to be lasting a real long time. And if there's boats out there, I won't be seeing them in the dark. Should maybe start sleeping the nights off. Driving off the road a bit just because the handling is quite bad on these slippy tyres, and you know, that makes the car a bit of a handful. We could probably do to not drive as fast as we are. But I'll do it. I'm confident enough in myself. I think I can manage. It's just it's going to wander a bit. So now we're sort of, I'm holding the steering wheel differently than I was in the Golf. In the Golf it was one hand quite relaxed. On this I'm both hands at 10 and 2 I think, so yeah. Ooh, I'm having to concentrate a fair bit to keep it light. I can do it. I can do it. I ain't scared. I'm scared of nothing in this game. So I get people saying it's scary. I assume they're scared of the raboids, but I don't think they're that scary. I think they're kind of funny. You know, it's a game. It's not real. Those sexy evil bunnies. Oh man, what the fuck is there? Something shiny out there. Shouldn't be nothing shiny. Look, it's a desert. There's nothing else living. If one of those bunnies submitted to you, I guess you probably would. It's a random outhouse in the desert. Maybe there's a building here and they knocked it down. I mean, what's the point? It's a desert. Like, you'd just kick a hole in the sand, wouldn't you? I mean, it's not like there's any plumbing, it just goes on the sand. Oh wow, it has one of them siphon hoses in. You do occasionally get things in these. Not much in this one, but... you know, that is a thing, it's a place you can look. Yeah, and if we hid down there, we could have waited for some woman to show up and ogled her. I can't imagine that's going to happen in this desert. We might be the only ones out here. Yeah, and we've had some horrible references these last couple of parts. Fucking rabbits and aeroplanes. Before you know it, we'll be talking about the horses and the God knows what else. It's one thing you got to give the bronies. You know, people give them a hard time. But you got to at least respect the fact they went full on their retardation or whatever you want to call it. You know, when they drew their fucking artwork, they at least drew the fucking ponies with the correct anatomy, didn't they? Catgirl sorts don't do that. See, I find those people to be useless. It's like, right, so you can't quite admit that you're a furry. You know, at least actual furries just like, hey, I'm a furry, you know, like, oh, alright, fine. And I kind of think, well, I'd go furry for Crystal from Dinosaur Planet, or like Lisa Raccoon, I guess. But there's an exception to every rule. But yeah, you know, the bronies, they went all in, like, nah, we'll draw the little fucking ponies with pony pussies. It's like, alright, it's kind of horrible, but I mean, you know, at least you're not half-assing things. The Catgirl sorts don't do that. They don't draw their Catgirls with feline anatomy. They only want the ears and the tail. It's like, yeah, that's crap. You know. And why is it always some submissive, like, dubiously aged girl? Like, you know, why is it never like a lioness or something? So there, you're half-assing it. I want to someday draw a cat girl with, like, correct anatomy, because it'll look horrible. I would drill a lioness. I'm just kidding, obviously I wouldn't fucking do that. But in this reality, that's in the game, I probably would, just because there's not really a hell of a lot else out here, but yeah, I'd rather not. But that's funny, isn't it? How you know, those people are a bit puny. They can't commit to things, you know. They can't be armed furry, armed zoo, you know. Nah, you've got to half-ass it on both counts, and can't even be fully into people either. It's like, that's crap. Crap. That's what it is. Jeez, man. This fucking car. Definitely need to fix these wheels. Come on, game. Give me new wheels or the splice to fix mine. It does look like the terrain might get a bit more extreme soon. I mean, I'm sort of looking at that over there. It's quite big, isn't it? Oh no, the road goes that way. Well, I might have a problem here. Nah, we shouldn't have a problem. We might have changed car just in time. Golf struggles in hills a little bit. Hey, Ramoid. Yeah, that car, it don't like the hills. There's something out there. Can't tell what building it is. I think it's only a little gas station. Generally not worth driving out to. Try and get a bit closer to it. Oh shit. Yeah, it looks like it's just one of them little gas stations. I don't think we need to go out there. Oh dear. I had a feeling that might happen. God knows how much gasoline we got left. We should have some amount for a while. Generally only start worrying when I go below half a tank, which I am now, but once we can get a full tank, if we can, before we do 250 miles, then yeah, then we'll sort that out. There is a bird. It's quite a long way out. They usually spawn quite close to each other, so if we miss that one, we might be able to hit another one. Try and I think with this car being fast moving and not handling so good on these wheels, should we just go for it? I think there's another one out there. We'll go for it. It is a long way, but well, I don't mind. There's no guarantee there'll be gasoline in it. It's not too likely to spawn in them. We probably need to slow down because rocks and stuff can just pop in suddenly in these places. It's quite a long drive back to the road, but I mean it's not a long drive compared to the game, is it? Yeah, we're getting more dead trees. Gee, it's a bit of a tough choice, isn't it, really? Rabbits and lionesses and aeroplanes, trees, I guess. Our choices out here aren't fantastic. Yeah, this boat is quite a damn ways, isn't it? It's alright. Like I say, it won't stop me. It would be cool if the road actually looped over here. There probably was one close up the road if we kept going, but as you can see, the terrain and everything does keep generating out here. You can just drive into the desert. If it's what you want to do, you can totally just drive in the desert and you'll be fine. You'll be alright. I mean, obviously, you know, you don't have a nice line to tell you where you're going anymore, but yeah, you can totally come out in the desert and just never go back to the road if that's what you want to do. You can fly away to the end of the world, but why would it get you to? 'Cause just when you least expect it, just what you least expect, love comes quickly whatever you do. I quite like that song. Yeah, we definitely lost sight of the road. Oh no, I can just see it out there actually, that's convenient. Can't be dark by the time we're done faffing about in here though, that's the problem. I should really bring some diesel with me. I can probably fit one of these barrels in this car. I don't like carrying these, but I guess we can do it for a little while. I thought it was like a bird's nest then. I was like, what? When did they have those? And why is it so big and should I be worried? I don't trust nothing in this game. Would you trust anything in a post-apocalyptic desert? I mean, probably wouldn't be the smartest move to do it, would it, to trust things out here? Oh, my engine's stopped now. Oh, it's kind of overheating or something. You know, there is a third party, well, I guess a fourth party, that we could go for. But why is it making dust clouds? Yeah, we're not just limited to those options. All will become apparent. Okay. Car. I'll go and get more for you if I can find some. I can't guarantee there's any in here, but I am looking. What's that noise? See, whilst the game might not be scary to me, it does. You do get the paranoia of like, well, I don't really. You know, what was that? What was that noise? What moved? And I think it's, to me, it always has the feeling like, you know how things tend to be moving when you shoot because they weren't quite on the floor? I think just enhances the feeling that it's as if someone was just here just before you arrived. There was somebody else. Jeez, you can move these faster if you foot push them, you know? Like, objects don't seem to have their full weight when you're not holding them. We'll have a quick look at the other end of the boat, but I don't want to be stood here all day, especially not as it'll get dark. And well, that was definitely a rabbit. I heard it. It sounded weird. I've never heard it make that noise before. It was like a short version of its usual call. Ah, don't drink it. There's no negative consequence for drinking the gasoline. What's he doing? Maybe he's changed his mind. He's seen the size of my dick and he's like, nah, I'm intimidated. His rabbits probably like very big ones anyway, so I guess he'd easily be super intimidated by me. You're like, god damn. Oh, that's just not far. He's got a whole ruler's worth of it down his pants, like. gnarly. But yeah, well, we're past half a tank on the fucking fuel situation now, so we're doing all right. Yeah, I might not even look for another barrel of gas. I guess we should put oil, because we weren't full on oil, were we? The only problem with putting more oil is it's going to give us more power, and that's going to give us more fucking wheel spin. And on these tyres, they won't fail. The tyres don't have a damage model or anything, but just makes the handling a bit worse. He's just waiting for us to slip up, isn't he, that bunny? Evil, evil bunnies. Evil, evil bunnies. Evil, evil bunnies. They're evil bunnies. Walking in the desert, I saw a bunny. He walked over the road and he said stuff to me. I might write a song. Maybe. Well, we could put that 2-smoke mix in there, but we'll run on it and make a bunch of smoke. But I don't think we need to worry about it, so we'll just worry about the oil right now. There must be a barrel of that, a nice seed one. Plus the fact we're kind of probably annoying the rabbits a bit. I don't think we need to piss them off too much. This is their home now, I guess, and we are intruding on it. It's not like we live here, is it? There we go. Lots of oil. That should last us a good while. We're still full on water. We've got more than half a tank of gas. Should be good to go. Let's get back to that road. No point. I was going to adjust that mirror there, but I guess there's no point now. Where is that road? We should be heading towards it. Lost track of it. It's all clouded over there now. So I don't see it, but that might be it there. Maybe not. We'll get to it anyway. There it is. Well, that's closer than... So I guess it did wreck close to the boat. Didn't look like it. I guess we'll be stopping this part shortly. I have to anyway. I'm running out of hard drive. You might even hear Windows complain about it in a minute. Windows. Oh shit, no, my barrel. You see, this is why I don't like carrying them. That's why I don't put things in my car. We will turn it into like a smaller container at some point. Probably just one of them little oil bottles. I'm going to say it's going to spin out. I keep forgetting we have bad tyres. There we go. So hopefully we can find some better ones. You could hear them trying to skid us out there. Yeah, 100% American V8 right there. 100% American V8. I'm only going to go another 10 or 15 minutes. We're doing alright. We're doing okay. We ain't doing too bad. And it was worth going to that boat, because now we're full of oil. We've got a lot of fucking petrol. Gauge isn't very accurate, it looks like. I guess it is, because it stops in the middle of the dock rather than on the end of it, doesn't it? There's actually very small travel on that when you think about it. Now, remember when I told you about always knowing where the road is and everything? And I'm going to tell you how I know, because the road only goes in one direction. It only goes west. You can see how the sun is ahead of us as it's starting to go down, and it'll always be ahead of us. The road never loops back on itself. It kind of does in north and south, I guess, but the road never heads east. The road never once heads east, it only heads west. So if you just drive west, you'd never lose the road. And of course you'd know if you went off the road to, you know, the fucking north, like, then you go south to get back on the road. And of course the sun is always east to west, so it's pretty easy. It's real easy, it's not that hard. So there's like a compass and shit, and people are like, oh, you know, I want that. There isn't one in this car, is there? There's just a clock. But people, oh, I want the compass. You don't need it. You totally don't need the compass. Compass is a useless item. Well, it's neat, looks cool. I like putting one in the car, just so I've got it. But it's not something that you like super duper need. You can totally navigate without it, because you have a fixed point of reference, and there's only one road. You know, it's really not that bad. So we can just drive off the road for fucking miles and miles. There's a building out there, I think. I'm not going to go to it. We've done enough off-roading. Not making much progress, so we'll try and make progress in our last 10 minutes for the day. And I'm going to render some stuff, because, you know, that's going to make the room even fucking warmer. Now, when I turn the presser on to scan things, there's a boat out there. I'm not going to that either. Evil, evil bronies. Evil, evil bronies. Evil, evil bronies. They're evil to you. Do 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 do. Oh shit. No way. My poor car. I hope we didn't break anything. Jeez. Man, the game wants us dead all of a sudden. Let's inspect the damage. What did we break? I don't think we broke anything. Maybe lost a hubcap, but we still got the bumpers, we still got the mirrors. Not really care for the hubcaps. Like, they're not that uncommon that I can't just get more of them. Trunk's still on. Doors are still on. We've still got all the headlights. Damage report, minimal. So I'm surprised at, given the condition of the car. It's an odd bastard, this car. I think I managed to avoid, like, actually crashing into the rock, as it were. I think I just grazed it with the side of the car, so it rolled us. It's the problem with the slippy tyres. And I was just sort of thinking in my head, I'm going a bit fast, need to slow down. Thing is, you know, again, I'm sure someone somewhere will see this and be like, oh, he doesn't drive as fast as the other people who play it, but there's proof. Again, I make as much progress as anyone else. In fact, I progress faster than most people I've seen. Even though I drive slower, and when I crash the car, it's not getting totally destroyed. So we're making better time because I'm not constantly having to repair the car in the middle of the desert, in the middle of the fucking night. But again, I think some of them do it on purpose. Well, I know for a fact some of them do it on purpose for the entertainment value, and that's fine. I'm not criticising them, because that's how they want to play it, and that's what their audience wants to see. Because I feel like my audience is probably a bit more of a just chuck this on in the background while you're like doing something really, really boring. Like, oh god, I've got to cook that, or oh god, I've got to pick that trash up, or whatever. And I think I'm just a background voice, and you probably only look over occasionally. And yeah, this game actually works quite good for that. Yeah, rabbits at night. They do spawn in the road sometimes. You don't really want to hit them at high speed because their physics, like every physics in this game, a little bit dodgy. Some very bad things can happen. I noticed a lot of my desk noise gets into the microphone. I'm trying to fix that today. I've just put a bunch of tissue under it. I won't stop there. I'm going to drive until the sun comes up anyway, so it shouldn't be too far off now. About 7 game hours until it's fully up, I think. Something like that. Which is maybe about 6 minutes or so, I don't know. So I might go slightly over, but I think I've got just enough hard drive left to do it. And I'll have to render what I've got recorded already. So at the moment I'm running about 5 parts ahead of where you are. I don't know if you'll ever quite catch up. Don't matter too much. I don't like having this barrel in here, that's a problem. It does affect the handling. So I should have stopped really and pulled it into something. I'm not that concerned. Just would like to get rid of it at some point. Like I say, we're doing over 100 kilo flanges, so 150, somewhere around there. Because 100 of those is 60 miles an hour, isn't it? So we're doing 90 miles an hour, that's another 50% of that, so that's 150 k's. Like I said, I don't think it quite scales right in the game, but it's close enough. So yeah, we probably have done about 50k in this car already, or something like that. That's why I'm going to do it to 250 miles with this car. We'll just go to 250 on the odometer. Tempted to go farther as always, but we can always find another one. It's not very common, this car, but I'm sure we'll find another one. There's this dark sort of mud biome. This tends to have some pretty rough roads. Like the terrain is a bit dodgy to drive on and stuff. I'm going to back off the throttle a little bit here. No, we're not stopping at buildings really, but it's giving us really shit buildings that I just have no desire to stop at. If you're new to the game, you probably will stop at all of them if you're playing it yourself, and you know, it's probably not a bad thing when you're new to the game, because you want to fuck with things, and you probably don't ever want to risk running out of fuel and stuff. You're going to have like total paranoia. You'll probably have it happen to you once, something that, you know, leaves you nearly stranded, and then you'll be like, oh god, I can't let that happen again. But I'm quite comfortable with this game, and so, you know, I'm not going to stop all the time. I'm not going to religiously keep the fuel tank full. I'm not really going to carry fuel with me and stuff. Really, the only reason I carry it about is for when I switch car, I need a little bit to get going. Especially like the other fuel type. Like in this case, I want to carry diesel, because in that car we go for, it might be a diesel. We might switch to a diesel machine, and obviously I can't siphon the fuel out of this car and use that, because this car's like petrol, it uses gasoline. And even though the diesels in this game are old enough that you probably could run them on a very oily mixture of gasoline, they don't let us do that. So the engine really needs to be warm before you. Like I said, don't do that if you've got a diesel, but so some of the old diesels you could get them to run on it. They wouldn't necessarily run very well, but they would run. You could get them to do it. Those modern ones, they just won't. Anything's off very easily. It upsets the onboard computer and ends up breaking things. Cars really are shit now. Oh, I think we clipped that. It's a long car, isn't it? Man, it's not going to give us a good building. All I want is a diner. I'm sure the game's rigged, because when you want one of these cars, you can't find one, and when you have one of these cars, you can't find good buildings. It's strange. Must fuck with the generation. I have noticed, I swear, there's like... It's as if items and buildings are grouped or something. It's a bit like in GTA, where there's a car that you'll never see, and then you get one, and like 70% of the traffic cars are that car. It feels like that with item generation in this game sometimes. You know, it's quite a drop on the right there, isn't it? So the terrain is getting a little bit more gnarly now. It's not been that rough yet, but it will get so. The farther we go, it actually becomes quite hard to drive on at times. This beast can do, I think, but we might not have this car when we get really rough stuff. We might be in one of them pickup trucks and they struggle. The fuck is that? You can see a building. Is that a Twin Towers side on? Is that a boat? This won't be a boat, is it? Maybe. I think it's a Twin Towers. Jeez, man. Here we go with the gnarl. Yeah, we'll see. You see how the terrain pushed through the road like that? We're going to see a lot of that as we go on. The road generation gets really rough towards the end, and you start having to deal with things like that. Do you mind terrain? Still has that seaside feel. I reckon that bug. The interactivity doesn't work. We have all the lights. We're still at. Oh, we lost a headlight. So I don't know if we'll get that back, but it's right there. I don't look for headlights too much if they fall out, just because they're like not a super uncommon thing. You can find more of them. Let's go and check that building out. I think that's where we're going to leave it. My tyres might be a bit too shit to get started here. Start off the gas. Problem is, it just wants to spin this car. Here's how we'll fix it. We'll go side on like that. Audio system bugged out. That's not me being dodgy with the volume. Wouldn't go there. The fuck is that? That's a hubcap. We lost a hubcap. Well, I'm glad that happened then. That's the car's problem. It just didn't want to leave its hubcap behind. Still have the other ones. I'm surprised, because I was sure when we clipped that rock earlier we would have lost one. Yeah, if we got this side on, it should be able to go, but we really do need to do something about these tyres as soon as possible. Odds of us finding any over here are quite slim, but... And now it's going, we'll try and... Yeah, the terrain always flattens where the building is, so you see there's like that lump for it to sit on. So we'll be okay setting off at the start of the next part. There's not a vehicle here or anything. We'll have a quick look around, one moment. Yeah, I just forgot to record. I went and got some gasoline and some brushes out of there. So you didn't miss much. No my treason. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. 332k. Hey, we're making pretty good progress here actually. Better than I thought we were. Yeah, I'll see you next time. Now to make the room swelteringly hot, rendering out what I've recorded so I can erase the recording files to record